Hi, Josh. I'm Ruben Nepales of Rappler. It's good to see you again since our interview in 2020.
Yeah, it's good to
Congratulations.
see you.
Yes,
Thank you so
I,
much.
you're welcome. I can imagine making Blues Big City Adventure was a special experience for you because you get to film in New York on Broadway, no less. Talk about your love of Broadway. I'm sure saying a line like, ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be on Broadway resonated with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I never thought that I would be uh, a film or TV actor, let alone the host of Blues Clues and You. I never thought that in my life. I just wanted to do musical theater. That's all that I ever wanted to do. Ever since I found out that Lea Salonga was on Broadway, that a Filipino was out there doing it, that BD Wong was out there representing Asians, um, that's what I wanted to do. And so when I went to college, the goal was to be on Broadway and to work hard. I remember course overloading. So like instead of taking 18 credits, I would take 23 credits. Like I would make sure that my schedule was packed. I would leave for ballet at I think I left at like 6:30 in the morning, and then I didn't come home until 11 o'clock at night, 5, 6 days a week. That's all that I wanted to do. And I was so happy and I was so excited about the possibility of being on Broadway and working hard. Um, Finding a Filipino community, an Asian American community in the theater community was huge. That there's no way that I could have found out who I am as a film actor if it hadn't been for them, if it hadn't been for Broadway Barcada, if it hadn't been for the Asian American theater community out there supporting each other. Because I was, after I graduated college, all I wanted to do was just blend in and be like everybody else. And it wasn't working for me until I found that community. And, this movie is all about community. You can't do it by yourself. And I found that to be very true in my life, that I could not get to Broadway if it had not been for my parents sacrificing, for my sisters sacrificing and imparting their knowledge, for all the teachers that went out on a limb and vouched for me so that I could study musical theater, and that, all the free lessons and, when we couldn't pay, or when they knew like, oh, this is getting expensive, and for everyone that ever gave me advice or that just lent an ear, I'm so thankful to them. And I think that is very that is what the movie is all about. It's not about getting the dream job. It's about finding out who you are and finding the community that means more to you than that job.
And the film is also about Josh getting an audition on Broadway. What
Yeah.
did that audition part remind you of your own audition to star in the Broadway production of Aladdin, and your
Mm-hmm.
memories of auditions for other Broadway shows where you also got the part?
Yeah. I remember uh, what was so different about my audition for Aladdin and what was than any other audition that I had, and what was so similar about Blues Big City Adventure, was that I didn't have time to second guess myself. Um, and that it was just do the best you can. Don't worry about you need to book this job. Of course, you need to book this job. Of course, you want to book this job, but none of that will help you. That's not why you did musical theater. You started to pursue musical theater because you're looking for that connection. It's a way to express yourself, to interpret something that's just lines and dots and words on a page and turn it into something that came from you and your life experience. My life experience as a Filipino American trying to find his voice. And in my audition for Aladdin, I remember doing the dance. I had 20 minutes to learn the male choreography. I did that. And then I had to go right into singing Proud of Your Boy. And in that moment, that's what I did. I was like, this is your chance not to book the show, but to express yourself and to do that thing that you wanted. I personally didn't fall in love with musical theater because I wanted to be on Broadway and be a star. I fell in love with musical theater because it gave me a voice. And so this was my chance to do that. And then I got the job. And it's so similar here in Blues Big City Adventure, that if you're so focused on, you can't be focused on getting the job, getting the job, getting the job every time. You have to remember why you love it, or else you'll never have the staying power to keep auditioning. And you need that community as well. I think that's all in our movie.
And you certainly look like you really enjoyed performing all those songs. They're wonderful, enjoyable songs. But which 3 or 4 songs in the film did you enjoy performing the most?
Oh gosh, that's my song. I love. That's so hard. That's such a trick question. I love every song, and I'll tell you why. It's not a cop out. It's because we get to work with some of the best dancers in the business. Dancers that I have been fans of since I was at home watching them on TV, or watching them in class, or watching them as an adult, just in commercials or in concerts, or just seeing them and getting the chance to learn from them in real time, and to work with them, and they be so generous with their energy, is second to none. The music is incredible. Everyone at Music Box, Steph Fink, Sammy Posner, our choreographers, Lindsay Blaufarb and Craig Holloman, who choreographed, among many other things, choreographed for The Masked Singer. Like, it's the best of the best working on this, and it's a labor of love. And every number is a favorite of mine, just because, like, it's a dream to get to do this, not just on stage, but out in the real world, on location. That's My Song is a very special one in Central Park, because I get to perform with a dear friend of mine, Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas, who was breaking down barriers when I was listening to him in the car with my family. And then in that same song, I get to be with Steve and Donovan and all those dancers. And then it was cut from the movie, and we pretty much knew it was going to be cut from the movie, but we got to pay homage to my proposal video to my wife, dancing at Bethesda Fountain, and we got to do a whole dream ballet sequence at Bethesda Fountain, where Amanda was wearing a gown, I was wearing a tuxedo. It was nighttime, and it was during our 5th-year wedding anniversary week. So, I mean, I think that is my favorite, but I don't know if there truly is a real favorite, like, number. They're all so special.
I was kind of hoping that Josh's Lola, who is played by Carolyn Febb, would show up in the film and sing and dance as well.
I hope so. Well, you know what? Let's let them know we want a Blues Big City Adventure 2, maybe in the Philippines. Let's make it happen.
What's next for you? Do you miss Broadway? Would you like to return to a Broadway musical?
Absolutely. There's so many things that I want to work on, that I'm so inspired by. I want to continue to work on the show. I love this show so much. We're filming our 5th season now, and I want to film more. I'm directing an episode in this season, and I'm so excited, because directing is something that I want to transition to. But at the same time, I don't want to stop acting. I want to work with directors like the Daniels, Mindy Kaling, Jordan Peele, and go back to New York and work on Broadway. Little Shop of Horrors I saw last year off Broadway, and it was one of the best things I'd ever seen, and I would love to do that one day. Here Lies Love is coming back, and that's a show that is so near to my heart, because I was part of the original company that helped create that vision, helped create the vision with David Byrne and Alex Timbers at the Public Theater. And so I'm just so excited. And if I can't be in any of those shows, I will always be an enthusiastic audience member.
When was the last time you were in the Philippines, and what was that like?
Too long ago. We were trying to come back to the Philippines in December to promote the movie, but some things didn't work out, and we were actually supposed to go back to the Philippines in 2020, but then the pandemic happened and scrubbed all of our flight plans. But the last time that I was in the Philippines was in high school. I don't know. Was I in high school? I think I was a sophomore in high school because it was our last family vacation. My sister was going to college, and my parents knew that this was probably the last time we were all going to be able to travel all together. And it was incredible. I want to go back so desperately, and I want to reconnect with the land, the people, the history, and learn about where I came from, where my family came from, and where we're going. So if there's a chance to come back to the Philippines and do that, and photograph the communities and the people, I would very much love to do that.
Josh, thank you so much. Always great answers, and hope to see you again and interview you again. Maybe next time in person.
Yes, next time in person, Ruben. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Palam.
Thank you.